Hey everyone, I'm Kathy Vartilli from ThrivingNow.com, and today we're talking about dealing with surprise. When we get surprised, it hurts. A lot of us were taught that surprise is painful. We were brought up in an environment where there wasn't really a lot of help for dealing with surprise. We might have been left alone or yelled at if we reacted to something that was not pleasant. So if you got a D on a report card, you might have been blamed rather than helped, given support to feel your disappointment and feel what was going on and then try to improve it. Most parents that I know of were like, oh, sorry, Johnny, let's figure out what's going on. It was more like, why didn't you work hard enough? The blame was back on us. And even if it was something like a beloved pet dying or a parent dying or a grandparent dying, it wasn't the calm understanding that we would have loved to have, the space holding that would let us process through whatever was going on, the shock of the surprise. So now when we're surprised, we often remember that old pain and we react as if we're that 3 or 4 or 5-year-old who doesn't have support and doesn't have skills. So what I'd like to do today is do some tapping to help you create the space for yourself so that you can hold space for you if you feel surprised. And you can always come back and do some tapping. Tap along with this again if you want, if you get surprised by something, just to calm down. So the first thing you do when you feel surprised is put your feet on the floor and take a nice deep breath. And some of us as adults have learned from our parents to blame someone else. So if someone kind of blurts something out that surprises us, we're like, how could you tell us that now? And there are good and bad times for telling people things about stuff, but blaming doesn't often help the situation have more ease. So when we first just take that nice deep breath, we're reminding ourselves we're in our body, we're breathing, and we're calming ourselves down. The primitive brain knows if there's really a lion or a bear about to eat us, we wouldn't stop and take a nice deep breath because we'd be lunch for something. So just by breathing deeply, you're telling your primitive brain, I don't need to run. Things maybe not as scary as I think they are. And then let's just do some tapping. Karate chop. Even though I'm so surprised, I really didn't expect that. And I'm feeling all this stuff going on in my body. Maybe I'll be okay anyway. Even though I feel so surprised. How could he do that? How could she say that? Maybe I'm okay right here, right now. Even though this surprise feels really big, maybe it won't seem so bad once I take a couple deep breaths. Top of the head, I hate surprises like this. Eyebrow, I feel overwhelmed. Side of the eye, I feel like there's something wrong. Under the eye, the truth is, this really surprised me. Under the nose, I didn't plan for this. Chin, I feel scared. Collarbone, my primitive brain thinks I'm not going to survive. Under the arm, but the truth is, this is just unexpected. Top of the head, maybe there's nothing really wrong. Eyebrow, maybe there's nothing I can't really handle. Side of the eye, and I seem to make better decisions when I calm down first. Side under the eye, maybe this will seem more in control when I take another couple breaths. Under the nose, or take some time to sleep on it. Chin, I don't have to make a big decision right this second. Collarbone, this did surprise me. Under the arm, and I can give myself space to process the surprise. Top of the head, and make a really good decision for me. Take a nice deep breath. Now, admittedly, some surprises are big and negative and really overwhelming. And if it's one of those, get help if you can. We have some grounding exercises on Thriving Now. www.thrivingnow.com/grounding, where you can help yourself be more present in your body. Just notice your surroundings. Notice that there are no lions or tigers. Notice the touch of the chair or the couch or on you, wherever you're sitting, just to bring yourself back in and be more present. And we always encourage people to have more support around them. Have a circle of support. Have friends you can call. The grounding exercises actually has a space for you to go through that and write down a couple friends you can call if you get surprised or triggered by something. And talk to a friend. Do some more tapping. Drink some water. Take care of yourself. Do the things you would do for a friend who was surprised by something negative, and be there for yourself. Karate chop. Even though no one ever used to hold space for me, I can hold space for myself right now. Even though this was really unexpected, I actually am okay right now. Even though I don't feel okay at all, I can take some deep breaths, and I probably will get through this. Top of the head, I can be there for myself. Eyebrow, when I was little, it was all too big. Side of the eye, it was just too much. Under the eye, and now I get to be there for me. Under the nose, I invite the adult responsible parts of me to step forward and take care of me now. Collarbone, I could use some nurturing and love. Under the arm, and I can ask for that for my friends. Top of the head, and give it to myself now. Take another nice deep breath. Just remember you're not alone, and that you have resources that you didn't have as a child. We have a lot of people around us now, a lot more savvy, at least than when I was a kid, more aware of how to support each other. There's the internet. We can find solutions to problems that would have taken weeks to find in the past. And when we do tapping, we get the fear out of the way, and we can bring in surprising resources. Sometimes we find amazing solutions, ones we would have never thought of if we hadn't removed that fear out of the way and held space for ourselves just to process through. Emotions do change over time. Emotions are fluid. So when we give ourselves space to be just where we are and don't try to fight it or run away, they often move to something else. So I hope this helped, and that you're feeling surprisingly resilient, no matter what your surprise is.